HGV driver wages. You said I was lying. Let's talk. Right, I put out a video a few days ago about HGV driver wages, real numbers based on real conversations with real students. And some of you came back and said, Patrick, that's not possible. I've been driving 18 years and I don't earn that. You're making these numbers up. I'm not making anything up. And I'm going to explain exactly why some drivers are earning 55 grand to 60 a year and why some aren't. Because the difference isn't the industry. The difference is the choice. And look, I get it. I understand why some of you are frustrated. If you've been in the same job for 10, 15, 18 years and you're not seeing those numbers, of course it feels like I'm talking nonsense. But here's the thing. I'm not saying every driver earns 60 grand. I never said that. What I said was the potential is there. The money exists in this industry. And I know it exists because I see it. The students I've trained, they come back to me. They tell me what they are earning. These aren't numbers I'm pulling from a website. They are conversations I've had in this cab. So the question isn't whether the money is real. The question is, why are some drivers accessing it and others aren't? And the honest answer, and I said this in the last video too, is comfort. You get your first job, you're relieved, you're earning. It's not bad money, the people are right, the routes are familiar, and you just stay. 6 months becomes a year becomes 5 years, 5 years becomes 18 years, and the whole time the market kept moving. Pay rates went up. Better opportunities appeared, and you didn't see them because you stopped looking. That's not a criticism, that's human nature. We all do it in some form, but this industry rewards the people who keep moving. The driver shortage is real. I promise you it is real. Companies are genuinely competing for good, experienced drivers right now. That competition drives the wages up, but only for the drivers who put themselves in the market. If you've been in the same company for 18 years and you haven't had a pay review in 3, they know you're not going anywhere. Why would they pay you more? Here's something nobody wants to hear. Your loyalty to a company is not an asset. It's not an asset if they're not loyal back to you. 18 years in one job is not something to be proud of if you haven't been paid properly for it. It might be time to make a phone call. And I want to be clear. I'm not saying everyone needs to be chasing maximum money all the time. Some people value stability. Some people like where they are. That's completely fine. That's a valid choice. But don't tell me the money isn't out there. Don't tell me I'm lying because your experience doesn't match what I'm saying. Because for every person in the comments saying the numbers aren't real, I've got a former student who will tell you differently. The opportunity is there. The driver shortage is real. The wages for good, experienced Class 1 drivers are genuinely strong right now. What you do with that information, that's up to you. Your first job was your first job. It doesn't have to be your last. If you watched the original video and you've got more questions about training, about licenses, about what the realistic pathway looks like, drop them in the comments. I'll answer them. And if you're thinking about getting your HGV license and you want a straight conversation about what it actually involves, the numbers in the description. WhatsApp us, no pressure, just honest answers. Give this a like if it was useful, subscribe if you want more of the same, and I'll see you in the next one. Right, go out and look for what you're worth.